Hello, ladies and nerds, and welcome to. It's not technically the rollback, but this is the rollback channel. So, hello. So this is a bit of a different kind of video. We don't normally do reacts videos. We don't do that. But I feel like this is a bit of a special occasion. I'm a bit of a Dragon Ball Z fan, and one of my favorite YouTube channels, Death Battle, just released an episode. I've actually been waiting for it for a minute. Of Gogeta versus Vegito. I was waiting on Monday. It's currently Wednesday. I was waiting forever for them to finally post it, but they did. I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. That's all I watched. Well, one of the main things I watched growing up, along with DC. Goku's whole yeah, I can do it if I try mantra kind of stuck with me. It's actually one of my favorite gym shirts too. It says training to fight Goku, or at least Krillin, or something like that. Anyway, so I love Dragon Ball, love Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z Super Broly is the best DBZ film. It's all awesome. So all that said, I was really looking forward to this battle. The thought of Gogeta versus Vegito, duking it out, obviously never really crossed my mind as being possible, but Death Battle is going to give it a shot. So here we go. Again, this is a reacts video. I don't know how often I'll be talking. I don't know how this is really going to work. I'm just going to watch it, and then you're going to see how I'm what the fuck, I also will be sipping my drink because I don't normally do that during the podcast, but yeah, C4 Starburst Cherry. It's good. I like it. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this one. Again, it's a little different from our usual thing. Also, I shaved. Also, Merry Christmas. Unless this video comes out after Christmas, in which case, Happy New Year. And start.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Always wanted a cool, iconic music line in between.
Last one.
Oh shit, the Dragon Balls.
Man, these things are so easy to find nowadays.
Yes! Now, with this ultimate power, I can finally conquer
Have
the
Gogeta
world.
fight Vegito!
Wait, conquer the world?
What? Oh, come on! It's the ultimate
Wait.
Dragon Ball question! Which fusion of Goku and Vegeta is stronger? Gogeta, the combo greater than legends? Or Vegito, the mix who surpassed gods?
Intriguing. They are in many ways identical, yet still quite different. Though in canon, they only have a collective total of 3 brief appearances. To truly determine who would win, let's examine all of their material.
So that's
All the admin.
GT, Super, movies, games, guidebooks, toys, Twitter, even all the crazy Xenoverse and hero stuff.
Hold
Oh,
on
it's
to your
just gonna be
Dragon
crazy.
Balls.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and
Man, I've
skills
only had a
to find
great
out
co-host
who would
like
win
Wizard
a
Boomstick.
death battle.
Imagine it's 1995 and you're at a movie theater in Japan. You're there to watch Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn, and it's gonna be the most radical movie ever, dude. I mean, yeah, it was a little weird when Adolf showed up, but then it happened. Goku and Vegeta were pushed to the brink with only one option left. They merged into a single being of amazing power, Gogeta! And that would be the greatest thing 8-year-old you ever saw. Yep, you peaked at 8.
Fun fact, while Vegito had already debuted in the manga 2 months earlier, Gogeta was created first. After all, the movie had been in production throughout the previous year.
2 Saiyans, the proud son of royalty and the lower class champion becoming one epic powerhouse? This is the true potential of Goku and Vegeta. Easily a top 5 Dragon Ball.
I was
moment.
wondered,
Hey,
why didn't they
that
do
would
that
be
more
the first
often
time
to
we
beat
saw
the big
Super
bads?
Saiyan,
But it
I
makes
think this
sense,
comes close.
storytelling
This
wise.
method of fusion was taught to Goku by the Metamorans.
I mean, it's a close second.
Who we never actually
The first
see.
big
But I
fusion.
guess they like wearing crop tops with inflatable shoulder pads. Anyway, when Goku taught
I mean, it's a
basic
badass look. If I
technique
was
to
ripped, I'd wear
Lieutenant
that for
Trunks, it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen.
This is the fusion.
What do
dance.
Goku and Piccolo
On top of
fuse?
an
What the fuck would
incredibly
that look
precise
like?
movement routine, this technique requires both parties to match power levels in order to fuse successfully. A literal personification.
See,
of
I just want to
phrase,
see
only as
adult
strong as the
Gotenks.
weakest link.
I don't think
Pretty
they've
easy to
done
screw
it.
up. trust me. But
I think they did like,
you're the
if I
baddest
remember
mother
correctly, they
ever
did
on
Fat
the planet.
Gotenks in
Though
the
not part of
new
mainline canon,
Dragon
Goku
Ball
and Vegeta
Z
first used this
Super
to battle Janemba, a
Cell
demon
Max,
basically
that
composed
movie.
of essence of evil. Probably smells like cats. Gogeta defeated him in less than 2 minutes. 20 years later, Gogeta would become canon.
See, that's a
to
stomp though. I
one of
want
the
a
most
brawl.
dangerous
Like
entities in
this.
the
Okay,
multiverse.
Broly
Obviously,
versus
Gogeta's
Gogeta was a
superpower.
brawl. That
I
was
think his most
awesome.
underappreciated skill is how he comes up with awesome attack names. Like the Big Bang Kamehameha, Stardust Fall, Meteor Explosion, and the ultimate villain killer, Stardust Breaker!
A fancy-looking attack that completely obliterates all traces of evil within a target.
That's
You
how
know,
it
there's
took
a
out
wrestler by the
Janemba
name
in
of
one
Keith
shot.
Lee
The
who
guy
has
was literally
a
made
finisher
evil.
called the Big Bang
Or
Catastrophe.
Weirdly enough, this
Pretty
is
solid.
what
He's one of
Devil
us. He's
Man's
one of the
devil
nerds.
might be, which causes the evil within a person to explode and
Oh, you mean Spike? That guy's hilarious. Which obscure character are you gonna reference next? Icarus? Sour Man? General Rildo? Oh man, that guy's just one letter up from General Dill.
Over the years, Gogeta has achieved the empowered forms of Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan Blue, and even Super Saiyan 4 in his battle against Omega Shenron.
Super Saiyan 4 is a totally unique
See,
branch of transformation.
who's stronger,
Instead
Super
of
Saiyan
using
4
divine ki like
or Super
God,
Saiyan
it taps
Blue?
further into Goku and Vegeta's Saiyan bloodline, giving them fuzzy red fur and teen goth eyeshadow.
Goku has also claimed this form increases a Saiyan's inherent aggression, though you wouldn't know it with Gogeta. He basically becomes Dragon Ball's Bugs Bunny, reveling and messing around with his foe any way he can.
Until the fusion runs out. That's right, the fusion dance
See,
has
I
a
get the
time
jokiness
limit
of
of
it, but
30
I always
minutes.
wish they would
This
take
can
these
be
fights more
reduced
seriously.
even
You
more
know what I
if
mean?
Gogeta uses up a lot of energy. Against Omega Shenron in GT, he split apart after about 10 minutes.
Also, I feel like
More
Super
evidence
Saiyan 4
that
got
the amount of
nerfed way
power
too
Gogeta
fast.
possesses is
Like,
enormous.
he was getting the
Even
shit kicked out of him by,
repeatedly
what,
striking
Android
Bullets so
17
hard
beat
that
the shit out of
boundaries
him, if I'm not
between
mistaken?
dimensions shattered like
And then
glass
Omega
wasn't enough
Shenron,
to
like, I
break
feel like
his
it should have been
time.
more of a
Hell,
struggle.
he was only in Super Saiyan 1 when he did that. After going blue, Broly didn't stand a chance. Based on earlier in the film, Whis' reaction even implies that Gogeta could possibly take on Beerus.
In Dragon Ball Heroes, Gogeta continues
I mean,
to
would he
prove he's
win?
one of the multiverse's S-tier fighters. He even defeated the Crimson Masked Super Saiyan Rose Full Power Goku Black and Ultimate God Slayer Hearts the God Hater. You know, those guys.
And 2 Gogetas together
Those
could take
Xenomorphs?
on Fu.
Just Fu? After all that, he's just called Fu?
Dark King Fu, the artificial bio-android demon mutant. He has Saiyan, Namekian, Earthling, Majin, and Eternal Dragon DNA.
Is this fan fiction?
Hearts the God Whiner claimed Fu could become an entity akin to
So pretty
Saturn,
much
that
like-
little blue baby who can erase a multiverse with a thought.
Like the little,
But
like,
these
everything all at
Gogetas
once.
achieved
Okay,
even
fine, that's
stronger
fine.
forms than before. One was in Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, the boosted form Vegeta achieved during the Tournament of Power. The other was Super Saiyan 4, but not just any Super Saiyan 4. He was Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker. I think my tongue is permanently twisted now.
These 2 forms fighting side by side implies that, at least in this iteration, both are similar if not equal in power.
Gogeta's so cool. And
So
there
wait,
are
so
tons of
Super
people who
Saiyan
think
4
he'd win
Limit
this
Breaker?
matchup.
In Weekly Jump issue 28 from 1995,
So
the Fusion
Gogeta,
Dance
Super
was
Saiyan
stated
4
to
Limit
unify
Breaker,
Goku and
God.
Vegeta's spirits and
Fuck.
draw out their power to the max. As long as a fight with Vegito lasts less than 30 minutes, the magazine says Gogeta should win.
And then in the video game Raging Blast, there's
See,
a what-if scennario.
that
where
always
Gogeta
see, that tells me
beats
Gogeta's
Vegito in
gonna
a
lose
sparring
because
session,
it's a
but
30
he was
minute or
about to
less.
run out of energy, so
And then
maybe it could have
Vegito's
gone either
permanent.
way.
Though with his power and skill, it's unlikely any opponent
So,
would push Gogeta to his
I don't know
limits.
how the fuck
2 of the greatest
Gogeta
warriors in
could
history
win.
merged together as one. What more could you want as a fan? And what more could you fear as a foe?
It's the spring of 1995. A demonic menace has threatened to consume the world in chaos. Goku and Vegeta were pushed to the brink, with only one option left: fusion! They used one of their most incredible techniques to become a merged being of unimaginable power. Does this sound familiar?
But there wasn't time to teach Vegeta an awkward dance routine he'd ultimately despise. Instead, they used the Patara.
Only the gods themselves could rock bling like this. That's right, the Patara earrings come from the Kais, the gods that supervise the universes.
By placing
Patara,
one earring on each person's
yeah.
opposite ear, the Patara
But it's
forcibly
permanent.
fuses the
Like,
two
that's
beings
why I
together.
think
No power level
Vegeta's
match
gonna
required.
win.
In this case, Goku and Vegeta fuse to become Vegito.
Okay, seriously, Vegito? Couldn't they have a better name?
It's not that bad. And remember, Fusion Reborn started production well before Toriyama penned Vegito's first appearance.
So, Toei called dibs on the better name, huh? But still, shouldn't it be like Vegito? Not like that's much better either. Why Vegito?
It makes more sense in Japanese. Vegito is formed from the first half of Vegeta and the latter half of Kakaroto. This is why Viz Media actually translated
See,
it.
this is why I love Death Battle. You learn shit like
that one
this.
sucks too. Okay, bored now. Let's talk about how he blows shit up real
That-
good.
Vegito has
Yeah,
numerous
that's a shit
techniques
name.
that are entirely his own, many of which are, fittingly, perfect combinations of Goku and Vegeta's signature moves, such as the final Kamehameha, formed like Vegeta's final flash, but fired like Goku's Kamehameha.
See, I always thought the final
He's got a
Kamehameha was
spirit
like the
sword,
strongest
the
attack,
second
like,
shield, and the
or like
Banshee
Big Bang
Blast,
Kamehameha.
Which, no, it's not the ghost attack you're thinking of.
With Goku and Vegeta's powers combined, Majin Buu was no match. Super Vegito was so friggin' powerful that even being turned into candy didn't slow him down. It just made him delicious.
His level
See, I didn't
of
get
power
that.
had transcended
Like, how
to
is he
such
still
an
beating the
impressive
shit out of
degree
him?
that he was capable of effectively ignoring having his matter entirely altered and his DNA eradicated. He continued on as the incredible.
Look, this is why I love Death Battle. It
No
like
mouth,
it
no brains,
talks to
no
you
organs
about
of
like the
any
feats,
kind,
but also
and
tries to
he still
explain
kept
everything to
slapping
such a
around
degree
that
that you
big
understand
pink ass.
why someone can win, why
phrasing.
someone can lose. There's
Presumably,
so much
this
to
is
it.
similar to how Vegeta overpowered Babidi's mind control, or how Goku broke through Hit's time skip with Kaioken. A greater
Now, it's a fun
power
fact.
level
Every time there's a new
overrule
Death Battle,
basically anything
I
a
always
Peter
buy
Pan
like a
does.
burger or
Though,
like a
to be
really
fair,
good meal.
Super Candy
I
is
sit down
an
and I watch it like I'm
extreme
watching a
example.
boxing
But
match.
Vegeto's
Even if I don't know the
a pretty
characters, it's
street
just that
guy,
entertaining.
Even for the Dragon Ball multiverse, he later got that godly blue hairspray and beat the crap out of merged Zamasu.
So
a
he can go
double
Super Saiyan
deity,
4.
like a fusion dick measuring contest, but not at all close.
Though similar to his dancing counterpart, Vegito's time ran out after he overtaxed himself.
Which was kind of weird.
Wait.
Back in the day, they said these Potara fusions were permanent. Turns out it's only permanent for
thought they were
Supreme
permanent.
Kais. Vegito's form can last up to 1 hour before splitting apart, but can be shortened severely if he goes
Oh,
full
okay.
tilt.
So
In the
it's a
manga,
1 hour
Vegito
limit.
formed
Vegito's
after
gonna win
Zamasu
then.
fused and split apart when they expected fused Zamasu to have 20 minutes left, meaning he cut his time down to 40 minutes at most. Though in the anime it was way less since he tried to quickly overpower Zamasu with a single attack.
The Potara have their own set of rules. Unlike the fusion dance, the form is maintained by the power of the earrings, not the fusers themselves. As such, destroying the earrings ends the fusion.
And if you slap the Potara on while in a Super Saiyan form, you can't power down while fused. So if Goku and Vegeta aren't careful, they can find themselves draining power when they don't need to. But surprise, Vegito's got into his own Super Dragon Ball Hero shenanigans, and he's got the full power Red Fur 2. Look, Wiz, I think I'm having deja vu.
Aside from Fu, he's battled heavy-hitting
Fu.
threats to the multiverse like Cumber and Mechikabura.
And just like with Gogeta, there's plenty of people who think Vegeta would win this fight.
Daizenshus 4 and 7, basically two Dragon Ball encyclopedias, claim that the Potara fusion is superior to the fusion dance.
Old Kai said this too, that the Potara provide a greater effect.
Though they both may be referring to what was believed at the time to be a permanent fusion. Not having to worry about overspending your time limit would certainly be a greater effect if it were true.
But hey,
I like
there's
this outfit,
nothing
the
that can
black
get in
orange with
way
the blue
of
belt.
Vegito's awesome power. Gods and demons alike are no match. When there's no one strong enough to save the day, then perhaps two will do.
Man, if they ever do Beerus versus Vegeta,
This show is
sorry,
sponsored
if they ever
by
do Beerus
BetterHelp.
versus Vegeta or
Life
Gogeta,
can be overwhelming, and many people are burned out without
Skip.
even knowing it.
if they ever do
Symptoms can
Beerus
include
versus
lack of
Vegeta or
motivation,
Vegito,
feeling helpless
like
or
I
trapped,
would kill
detachment,
to see that.
fatigue, and more.
That's a lie. I wouldn't
As a
murder anyone.
scientist
But you get what I'm
myself,
saying though.
I've
Like the
often
thought
been
of
stuck in the
Beerus
lab until the
versus
late hours of the night
Vegeta or
myself.
Gogeta is huge.
Well, we associate
Um,
burnout with work, but
there's also a
that's not the
thing
only
where
cause.
Any of our roles in life
Chema
can
told me
lead
about
to
this.
us
In
feeling
Mexico,
burnt out, and BetterHelp
Dragon
Online
Ball is such a
Therapy
big
wants
deal
to
that
find
when they
you
had the fight of
prioritize
Goku
yourself.
versus Beerus,
Talking with
it
someone
was
can help
hyped
you
up
figure
again
out
like a
what's
boxing
stressing
match
your life.
BetterHelp
to a
is
point where they were
customized
having like
online therapy that
public
offers
showings of
video,
the episode.
phone,
Like
and even live
they
chat
treated it
sessions
like a
with your
sporting
therapist.
event.
So you don't have to see anyone on
Apparently,
camera
like
if you don't want
Toei got
to.
word of that
It's
and like
more
sent a
affordable
message
than
of, hey,
in-person
quit
therapy,
pirating our
and you
shit.
can be matched with a
To which
therapist
either
under
the people of
48
Mexico or the
hours.
Mexican government said,
Battle viewers get 10%
nah,
off
and
their
continued to
first
do it.
month at
And if anything, did it bigger.
BetterHelp.com/BetterHelp.
Like, we're gonna pirate harder.
That's BETTERHELP.com/.
BetterHelp. Real quick side note, I can actually personally recommend it. I know people who
Alright,
do
the
use
bets
it and
are
they say it
set.
helps.
We've run the data through
So,
all possibilities.
take care of your health.
Hear my wish, Eternal
But,
Dragon. It's time for a death battle.
Oh shit, okay. Oh man.
What is this?
Oh,
madness?
this is gonna
Whoa,
fucking.
Vegeta! Am I really that much taller than you?
Stuff it, Kakarot!
Hey, Team 4-Star. I don't know if that's accurate. That was not the Team 4-Star voice of Goku. Also, Team 4-Star is fucking brilliant. Watch them. Jesus. Alright, so this is the early sparring. Okay. Super Saiyan, that makes sense. The sword thingy. And fighting around the Tron Dragon. Okay, add sword. No.
Not bad. Want to kick it up a notch? Sure. But how about some variety?
This music is pretty good. Okay, so it's Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta versus Blue Vegeta? Oh man, they're busting on like classic DVZ shots. And I think they just broke reality. Okay, now they're fighting on Snake Way. Jesus. Alright. Oh, he did the thing with his hands. The dragon grapple? Okay, now he's blue too. Did the start just destroy? I don't know what the fuck that technique was, but I remember feeling sorry for Goldie when he hit him with it. For Goldie. And they just... Okay, Kami House. Master Roshi's gonna be pissed.
Gotcha.
And... Man.
Guess it's
Oh, that thing he used to try and finish off Broly almost. Stardust Breaker? Stardust Destroyer? Final Kamehameha? Wait, what if there's still some evil in Vegeta? Would that cause Vegito to fight? Or would this be a dead-ass draw? Because I don't know if Vegeta is all good. Oh shit, that's a great statue. Knew it! Vegeta won, I told you. But the time limit didn't matter.
Oh, I guess we
So
probably
why do you
could have
win?
solved a lot of world problems with that.
I suppose world domination can wait another year. This fight was incredibly close. Nope, seriously, how could it not be? They're almost exactly the same person.
Shut up.
With a few
Don't
minor
say-
differences here and there, like signature attacks. Neither Vegito nor Gogeta had one single power that provided an absolute edge over the other.
Except perhaps Vegito's longer time limit, though it's not so clear-cut. Both have overtaxed their energy quick enough to end their fusions in less than 10 minutes. Time isn't the only factor, but also whatever is maintaining each fusion. Gogeta's body and Vegito's earrings. It's possible Vegito's power can actually drain the Potara faster than Gogeta's does his own body.
Still, it's
Okay.
twice the time, and that definitely gave Vegito more flexibility and strategy. So more often than not, it's safe to say Gogeta would run out of juice first.
Also, when Vegeta or Gogeta defuse from power overuse, it's typically difficult for them to immediately fuse again due to that lack of energy.
But Vegito had another one over Gogeta. No matter what, he'd always have a very slight power advantage. Remember how the fusion dance requires the fusers to match their power levels? Well, the Potara don't need that.
Goku doesn't need to match Vegeta's slightly lower power levels, so there's nothing
Wait.
stopping Vegito from combining the full sum of their parts.
Ah, poor Vegeta. You'll get your day in the sun one day, buddy. Oh, who am I kidding?
This might be what Old Kai was referring to when he said the Potara had a greater effect.
But hey, could Gogeta have destroyed the earrings? Nope. He would
I
have
always
had
thought
to be able to
Vegeta should be the one to
overpower
kill
Vegito first, like
Frieza,
how Goku could
but
only destroy
that's just me.
Kefla's earrings after he reached Ultra Instinct.
Remember, when comparing levels of power in Dragon Ball, the greater one can overrule almost anything the weaker one does. The earrings likely tend to be protected by the user's ki aura, similar to their clothing.
The only time we've ever seen Potara damaged or specifically targeted are when the wearer is overwhelmed or in a vulnerable state. If any stray ki blast could destroy them, we'd have a lot more broken earrings by now.
Lastly, there's some debate over their personalities. In their first appearances, Vegito seemed rather cocky and playful against
That
Boo,
makes sense.
whereas Gogeta was far more deliberate against Janemba, and thus far more successful. However, these are not core personality traits, and assuming so would be inconsistent with Vegito's serious fight with Zamasu and Gogeta's more brash fights with Broly and Omega Shenron. Context is key. As far as personality and mental ability goes, Gogeta and Vegito are practically identical. In the end, Vegito's higher power level, no matter how slight
So
it
the
was,
personalities
made a
didn't matter.
big difference in protecting and maintaining his longer, more flexible time limit.
Gogeta was gonna need meta more than that to beat Vegito. Sorry, Wiz, I know that pun was Potara.
So
Wait, shut
Goku
up.
finally got a win.
Earth's Dragon Balls give 2 wishes, right?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Shenron, I wish for you to fuse me and win. The winner is Vegito.
Thanks for watching, and doubly thanks to our channel members for supporting
Whoa.
us this year. If you've been enjoying the extra perks and content, we've got a bunch of new stuff in the works for you.
Oh man,
If
that might
you
be one
aren't
of
a
the
champion,
best
click the
outro
join button
gags.
and give it a shot. Also, Season 10 of Death Battle is coming soon,
Ben
including
Singer, if I'm
2
not mistaken.
matchups chosen by our champions. Let's see what you picked.
So I'm gonna just stop it right here. Oh, wait a second. I wanna watch this. What are the 2 fights that they picked? An Evil Triangle and My Little Pony. Okay. Kratos? No. The fuck's this guy? Cole McGrath? Okay, I guess. So I'm gonna stop it right there. So that was the death battle of Gogeta versus Vegito. I mean, I called it Vegito was gonna win, but I wonder. Different, I guess. But yeah. So normally I like to like watch that with like a good meal, like I'm watching like a prime boxing match. I recommend Death Battle to everybody. Like genuinely, it's a great show. If you're a fan of pop culture in general, you'll like most of their matchups. They do everything from Mortal Kombat versus Tekken versus Street Fighter. They actually found out mathematically that Squirtle's the best Pokemon starter. They've done Pokemon versus Digimon. They did all the Mutant Ninja Turtles in like a battle royal. Power Rangers. They've had Transformers. Yes, a lot of DC and Marvel. But yeah, so Death Battle is just great. I recommend it to everybody. Awesome show. I hope you liked it. Again, this is not normal content that we do, but I kind of felt like, okay, for the special occasion, maybe a reaction video would be interesting. Yeah, if you like more of this content, let us know. I'll record myself viewing more YouTube videos. Let me know. That said, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of The Rollback Reacts. That's a decent name. The Rollback Reacts. So that said, please like and subscribe. We'd greatly appreciate it. We're always trying to grow the channel. And go check out our podcast. Also, Merry Christmas or a Happy New Year or Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Holidays in general. From us here at The Rollback. Bye, everybody.